Welcome to the first episode of our journey into the art of war by Sun Tzu, a book that has been shaping minds for over 2,500 years. You might have heard of it as a military classic, but it's so much more than that. It's a guide to strategy and a piece of philosophy and a timeless tool for navigating life. Today, we are kicking things off with a big picture introduction. When and why it was written, what it's made of, how people across history have prized it, and why it's still worth your time. So grab a seat and let's dive into this ancient masterpiece. Let's set a scene. The Art of War was written around 500 BC during China's spring and autumn period, a chaotic time when kingdoms were fighting non-stop for power. Think of it like a real-life game of Thrones, but with brawling weapons. The author, Sun Tzu, was a military general serving the state of Wu. He wrote this for the king of Wu. Back then, China was split into dozens of warring states, and survival meant mastering strategy. That is the world the Art of War was born into, a handbook forged in the heat of conflict. So, what's inside? The Art of War, originally called Sun Tzu's military method, is short but dense. It's just 13 chapters, around 6,000 Chinese characters, which fits into a slim book in English. Each chapter tackles a different part of strategy, from planning and attacking to using spies. It's not a long-winded history lesson. It's a straight to the point, like a field manual for generals. Sun Tzu didn't mess around. Every word is there to help you win, whether on a battlefield or elsewhere. Now, let's talk reputation. This book has been a hit for centuries. In ancient China, philosopher Unveiled said every household had a copy. Imagine that, a bestseller in 300 BC. Cao Cao, the great man in China history, called it profound. Emperor Tang Taizong said, no one topped Sun Tzu. Fast forward to 1700s, it hits Europe. Napoleon reportedly studied it. Even today, you will find it in Western bookstores. Even Donald Trump is a fan. So, where does the Art of War stand? It's not just a military text, it's a cornerstone of Chinese thought. It's one of the world's oldest surviving books on strategy, and its ideas have jumped borders and eras. Militaries still use it, sure, but so do CEOs, lawyers, even sports coaches. It's less about war and more about winning. However you define that. That's why it's not stuck in 500 BC. It's a living classic. Okay, but why should you care? Here's the deal. The Art of War teaches you how to think strategically, calmly, and ahead of curve. In a world full of chaos, whether it's your job, relationships, or just figuring out life, this book's cheat code. It's about outsmarting problems without finding if you don't have to. Plus, it's short, sharp, and surprisingly fun to unpack. That's why we are here to dig into it together. That is for our plug. Next episode, we will start breaking down Chapter 1, Laying Plans. If you are curious about Sun Tzu's intelligence, please subscribe. I will see you there. Drop a comment. What do you think of the Art of War so far? Let's chat about it. Thanks for watching and stay strategic.